continuing the shiur in the Garden of Emuna, we're on page 167, the divine consideration. We know first level Emuna is what? That hashgacha pratit. And there's a reason why this is happening. It's from Hashem. It's not for nothing. There's an exact reason why this is happening. And if so, if there's an exact reason why this is happening, so a person has to, now who's sick or in this, we have to go back to all the things that we discussed. That Hashem works in a way of midah keneged midah, right? However we act, this is the way Hashem generally acts with us. A person who's good, not that anybody has a great life, but there are people that live better lives. Why? Because they acquiesce. They mevater to Hashem, they make teshuvah, they're happy-go-lucky people. So this is their way. They're not looking to fight with people. So Hashem's also mevater for them. Hashem works midah keneged midah. So we have to know that Hashem works in this way. Lefi al ma'asim. And if it's lefi al ma'asim, our body is the way that Hashem talks to us, as we've been learning from the rabbi, right? So we have to realize when Hashem is running the world, we can also tell through creation how Hashem is running the world. Why there are times when things are going good for us, we can see the Rahmanut. And then, Rahman al-Islan, sometimes we have the times when we see that it's just not working and it's just not good and it's just not happening. And that's dini. And what brings those things? We have to know that people, if we're involved in immorality, has v'shalom, injustice, cruelty, this brings tremendous deen upon us. So the same way a guy who's doing the good things and he's somewhat having a better life, the guy who's a rasha, even if it looks like he's doing all kinds of avonot and he's having a happy time, but really his life is miserable. We see it so much all you have to do is be on any news in anywhere and you just see the desperation and misery that goes on by the rich and famous. This is not anything new. It's been like that forever. It will always be that way. Why? Because by the Yetzer Hara, it's rek. En klum shama. In the end of the day, they have a lot of money, they have a lot of everything, but they have nothing. Why? Because they're void of Hashem. You're void of Hashem, you have nothing. You could have everything, but have nothing. And these guys are all on drugs, all doing all kinds, unhappy, miserable, divorced, and the like. And over and over and over. So, now, the guy who's sick, right? You're going to go to the doctor, and the doctor's going to tell you, okay, take this medicine, and you'll get healed. Yeah, but 1 second. No doctor in the world, and nobody in the world is going to be able to, if Hashem said, this guy's going to get corona, he's going to have to be in bed for 10 days, then there's nothing you could do, there's no medicine you could do. No medicine that a doctor could give you that's going to uproot that. Also, we don't know what medicine, we don't know, because ma'barif. We don't know what the gezerah are, the gezerot. We don't know the time. There's a decree. When Hashem makes a decree, there's which doctor, which medicine, what dose, and specifically when the person will be healed from his certain disease or not. Has v'shalom. One thing that we have, that we can make changes for. One thing we control. We have to make teshuvah, and we have to pray. Teshuvah can change everything. Not just can change everything. It for sure changes everything. Because whatever deen was there, it's got to get easier, because the deen automatically you accept and you're modeh. When we accept and modeh and you take upon yourself to do something about it, then the court's happy. You donned yourself here, you did a judgment, then there's not double thing. They're happy with that. Hashem wants you to come back. He's sending this to you, to talk to you, to come back to Him. We need to be talking to Him. Yeah, but how could that be? You see, people take the medicine and they do get... But Hashem runs the world. So Hashgacha Pratit. We all know that the guy who's supposed to pass away, it was his time. And there's en malasot, there's nothing we're going to do. We're not going to be able to run away from Hashem. We can't run away from Hashem. And we have to ma'abad. If we don't know why this and why that. That's, again, coming back, this is all the beginning of how we start Emuna. Emuna is ma'abadif. You have to know it's ma'abadif. You have to know from the get-go that we're not going to know everything. We can't understand everything. And it's good that we don't know everything. Imagine you understood everything that God understood. Well, what would make Him God then? That you know everything. So it's a really good thing that we don't know everything. Don't feel bad about that. That's a great thing. Hashem knows. Zetovli. I don't have to know. Why? Because because we don't know what we're supposed to do. What we know, what we have to do is Hashem talking to us. We have to make tshuva. We have to be constantly involved with Hashem. The rabbi, to bring this point of how it's not scientific, is imagine you have twin brothers. They grew up in the same home. They had the same upbringing. They ate the same food. They did sports. They grew up together great. But yet, as they get older, they can have two sets of health problems. How's that possible? If you tell me that it's all scientific and it's exact and it's miduyak, if this guy eats exactly this way, this guy eats exactly that way, this is going to happen to him. But you see, it could be that there's two different. We see Ba'inayim that you have two brothers that have two different health issues. That's not a thing. We just have to think a little bit. When we think, when we recognize, then we could be mitbonen that, it's whatever Hashem wants. It's whatever our spiritual deficiencies are. Directly are connected to the body, the sickness. We have to know that that's where we have to make teshuvah. We should be zocheh to make teshuvah and to pray and to have Emuna and ask Hashem every day for all these things and for everything that we need. Because even the button, we're missing anything. We're missing tefillah. We should be zocheh.